Good morning, readers. Well, today, for the third week in a row, I have a new release for you from the Parks Pat Mystery Series. Dark Water Under the Bridge is the third book in this series, and that'll do it for this month. That's enough releases in 1 month for me. The next Parks Pat books will be coming out in April. There will be 3 more that month. But yeah, we're done for this month. So Dark Water Under the Bridge takes place in Ralph Klein Park. You can see a picture of it there. And I also included in my blog post a number of other police procedural books and series. So you can have a look at those once you're done with Parks Pat and looking for some more police procedural mysteries. There's some very interesting looking ones in that blog post today. So I will link to it in my notes section and also give you a link to buy Dark Water Under the Bridge if you didn't have it on pre-order already. Okay, and as usual, I'm going to do a reading from the first chapter of Dark Water Under the Bridge. The sun was still low in the sky, orange light filtering into the kitchen. Margie, Detective Patinode, was sipping her morning coffee and staring into the depths of her fridge, trying to decide whether to make herself a bag lunch to take to the police station with her, or whether she would take a break and go find something over lunch. She hadn't explored many restaurants near the office, so she wasn't sure what was available. Not that she was picky. The same things are in there as the last time you opened the door, Christina teased, echoing the same words Margie used when her daughter stood staring vacantly into the fridge. Nothing new is going to materialize while you stand there with the door open. You're a smart aleck, Margie told her. But Christina was right. Margie already knew what was in the fridge, and inspiration wasn't going to strike just because she was standing there with the door open, letting all the cold air spill to the floor and raising the energy bill. She sighed and closed it. I don't know what I want today. We need to go shopping. Get something good. I think you're right, Margie agreed. They could go to the co-op or the No Frills down 17th Avenue and stock up on some easy-to-prepare meals. Margie never seemed to have the time or energy to make much when she got home from work. The phone rang. Margie looked at it, hoping it would just be some telemarketer, so she could ignore it. She didn't want to have to deal with a real phone call so soon. She didn't even have 1 cup of coffee down yet. But it was Detective Cruz, a Filipino-born cop on her team. Patinode, she answered briskly. Is this Detective Parks Pat? There was a note of amusement in Cruz's voice. Parks Pat? That was a new one. Margie understood where the nickname came from, of course. Since she'd moved to Calgary, she'd been primary on a murder in Fish Creek Park first, then a similar one in Glenbow Ranch Provincial Park. They had not been related except by circumstances, but both had been reported in the news, and it would seem that she'd now earned her homicide team nickname, Parks Pat. That's what they're calling you, Cruz acknowledged. Well, okay, it could be worse. What do you need? Have you ever been to Ralph Klein Park? Margie let out a puff of breath. Ralph Klein Park. No, I haven't even heard about that one. Is it out there near Glenbow? No, actually this one is close to you. That's why I figured you might have been there. It's new, just opened in 2011. Margie thought about the little park she'd visited while taking Stella out on a walk with Christina. It had a little pond and a splash park for young children. She couldn't remember the name off the top of her head, but was sure it wasn't the one that Cruz was talking about. Another provincial park? City of Calgary Park, this one, though it might be out of city limits, I'm not clear on that. It's right on the eastern edge of the city anyway. Think you could get out there? Yes, of course. What am I going to find there? We've got another body, sorry. Well, that was to be expected when she worked homicide. Another body in another park? But we know it isn't either of the same killers, because we already caught them both. They're locked up where they can't do any more harm. Was it the same cause of death? You'll have to get more information when you get out there. but preliminary indications are that it is not. No visible stab wounds on this one. Good. I think if it was the same cause, I might have been a little freaked out. We're all a little on edge. I'm going to head out there before long, too. I'll back you up. Margie wondered why he hadn't gone to investigate first, if he's the one who had taken the call. I'm primary on this one? Why? He chuckled. Because they asked for you in particular. Me? Park's Pat. They figured, if it's in a park, you should be the one in charge. That's just... I know. And don't worry, I'm sure that sooner or later you'll get a body that wasn't found in a park. But for now, that's your assignment. Go to the park, make nice, find out what you can about our newest victim. Okay, so that is From Dark Water Under the Bridge. Obviously, I didn't read long enough because we still have pictures left here. Those are the art installation at Ralph Klein Park. All right, Dark Water Under the Bridge, book number 3 in the Parks Pat Mysteries series. We now have out number 1, Out with the Sunset, number 2, Long Climb to the Top, and number 3, Dark Water Under the Bridge. So I hope that you will pick them up and enjoy them. Let me know how you like them. All right, we'll talk to you next week.